Hey everyone, so this is Alliance War Season 50, War number 11. This is our war after we faced SSX. Um, and I think I'm still shaken from that in this war. I do not play smartly in these first couple fights. I'm not sure, you know, I don't know. So anyway, we're gonna go through it together. So we're facing an alliance who's also, I think it's a Chinese alliance, and I think they're also in top 20 masters, at least at the start of this war. So anyway, I've only got 3 fights. I've got Darkhawk, I've got Weapon X, and then I have a rank 3 Awakened Arcade on a Hazard Shift node. So for this first fight here, the goal is to bring in Vox, and my strategy, what I was told was hit during the poisons, because Vox is poison immune, and don't knock Darkhawk down until I've got my Clarity Charge. Alright? So here I'm making sure I've got everything set up here. Now, you may remember an earlier war where I had Darkhawk on a Hazard Shift and I could only play during one of the debuff phases. And in that one, you know, the advice I got after the fact was maybe just knock him down to get your debuffs going, or get your Clarity Charges going. The problem is that when you knock Darkhawk down, you can't really hit into him anymore. So it's not beneficial. So here I am, and I've got Poison Phase, great, but then I frickin' knock him down. And now I can't do anything, because if I try to hit him, you're going to see me take shock damage right there. It's not a whole lot, but it's something. So now I've got to wait out frickin' another Incinerate phase. I get hit, which is not great. And we're gonna go in, parry hit to try to avoid the evade. Now we've actually got our Clarity Charges up, so we're doing fine. But yeah, it was just not great. I hit him a few times during the Incinerate because I'm like, you know what? I just need him dead, and this is my only Vox fight. So, but yeah. That fight, I soloed it, fine. Could have been way shorter and a lot cleaner had I not knocked him down. What I should have done was, once he got out of that Incinerate phase, do parry, medium light, parry, medium light, parry, medium light during the poison phase, and not knock him down until I had my Clarity Charge, because then I can bypass his auto block. That was the whole point. And it's like my eyes crossed, my brain circuits didn't fire, I don't know. So yeah, and here, similar kind of strategy. We can only fight into Weapon X during one phase, the poison phase. So my goal is parry, build up my armors, because that's gonna ramp me up even more. But then at some point, let's see, we hit. This probably would have been a good place for SP1 as well. So now he's unstoppable. I get clipped. I don't dex right there. I do get off my my special, which is fine, but I'm still getting hit, and my shocks are done. So I'm just hitting into him some more. And I get a combo, because once I get a bar of power with this node, granted this is my first time taking Path 9, but once I get a bar of power, Wolverine, or the Defender's going to get an indestructible buff, so that's why I stopped doing damage at that point. But anyway, my only Nimrod fight, but super sloppy, and you just can't afford to be that sloppy in Tier 1 war. So, you know, I'm fortunate that I soloed those. Alright, so now I don't know what I'm doing. I'm staring at the map. Maybe I'm dreading going to this arcade. Oh, I think I was on backup. And so that's why I'm not moving just yet. Hopefully, I do decide to move here shortly. So here's the deal with this arcade fight. It's another hazard shift. They had banned just about all of the good tactic attackers that could take this shock incinerate hazard shift mini. So the idea with Adam here is to start the fight. Now, granted, this is my first time also ever using Adam in like any type of major fight. He's a recent rank 2. I've played around with him, but I am by no means an Adam expert at all. So the goal is dash back, tap block twice. That gives me an energy resistance buff for 60 seconds that lets me bypass damage from, what is it? Incinerate and shock. And I need to get my clarity charge here because with Adam, if you try to do it, you're unblockable into his block. And you don't have the clarity charge, you can get parried still because Arcade gets a steadfast buff. Now look at the freaking damage I just took there. So I didn't dex the best out of the final hit of that, and yeah, ton of damage. That one I did properly. And I'm doing power backs, but I'm just not getting much back. Yeah, and I'm dead. So the only consolation out of this was that my alliance leaders, they knew that this was going to be a very challenging fight, and they told me not to worry if I die. Like that this was the fight that they gave me. This was the attacker they assigned, and you know, it's the best that we could do. Was it ideal? No, but it's, you know, it's what we could do. And you know, maybe had Adam been a rank 3, you know, going against a rank 3 arcade, I could have punched through it. I mean, it's such a hard fight, but I mean, really what got me was just not having a good dex at the end of that special one. That beam hit, that hurt. That hurt a lot. So, and I haven't really had trouble dexing that before, so I don't know. So anyway, we're going back in. We're a little bit bummed. I think at this point we knew I'm gonna, you know, spoiler alert, that we had lost this war. So you would think that that would make you a little bit more comfortable with dying, but what's going through my head though is the fact that we're losing our second war in a row, and that we might be dropping out of Masters at this point. And that's really, you know, really what we wanted to try to do. I'm just getting my clock cleaned here. Yeah, I'm panicking. I'm running into his heavy, which I shouldn't be. Because the other thing is that we have to get this fight done in 60 seconds. Because after 60 seconds, we lose that buff that makes us immune to incinerate and shock. So, yeah, not the best. I do not recommend taking Adam there. Some friends of mine from SSX were saying that, you know, I think they said Moleman or Chioth would be potentially good options there in the future. But, yeah. So we lost that one, and I had my third death of the season. So I went all season long. You know, I think I had one death kind of earlier on, but then all the way up until War 10 with SSX, I was at 1 death. And then that war I got 2. And now this war I got 3. So I'm not feeling so hot. I'm a little bit bummed at how my war season's ending. We did drop to the very top of Platinum 1 with this loss, and we are currently in our final war against an alliance that I think we're both kind of duking it out for that bottom part of Masters. And we're currently tied in death. So, yeah, very, very stressful end of the war season. Would much have preferred to be finishing on a higher note with some wins, but sometimes you just have bad wars, and sometimes you just face opponents like SSX who are better than you. So, um, I don't think we should have lost this war. I think we probably could have won, but it was challenging. SSX, that was gonna be a big ask to beat them. They have a lot bigger rosters than us. Um, but anyway, it's neither here nor there. So, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video, which will be our final war. My fights are already done, but I'm waiting to see if we win and where we end up placing. Fingers crossed we win and we, eke into the bottom part of Masters. That's the goal. All right, thanks so much. Catch y'all next time.